I'm Rachel. I wanted to say congratulations to making it to nursing school. The first class you're probably going to have is Foundations or Fundamentals. So since it's unlike any other class you've ever had, what do you need to do to pass? The first thing I'm going to say is to stay organized. I got this planner from Target and it's great. It has a breakdown for each day and it has the hours broken down also. If you are more of a gadget person and prefer to do things on your phone or you're on your computer, that's fine. Just find a way to get yourself organized. Once you have that taken care of, you can focus more onto school. So secondly, what do I do while I'm in class? So check with your professor and see if it's okay to record lectures. I auto record every single lecture. That way I can study while I'm cleaning, I can study on the way to work. I have a way to always be able to study even if I can't bring my textbooks or have my textbooks right in front of me. Okay, so how do you study other than listening to lecture? Well, the first test I made a 78 and I had studied my behind off and I still barely passed. Anything below a 75 for my school is failing. So I was freaked out. I went online, I looked at blogs, I looked at all nurses, I came to YouTube and I found some videos that I found very, very helpful. Holly Rojek does some videos, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, I totally probably did. Does some great videos on nursing school. So I'm going to link her below. One thing that she really emphasized was doing test questions. So after having barely passed the last test, I took her advice and I did a ton of test questions. I did adaptive quizzing through my textbook. This is the clinical companion to my textbook. It's a smaller version of it, but they had adaptive quizzing for that, which I found really helpful, but just up into a point. The rest of the books I'm going to show you, I found more helpful. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Fundamental Success book. It's great. It has chapters devoted to pretty much everything you're in. If I had something in nutrition, I would do the chapter in nutrition in this book. The same thing with this next one I'm going to show you. This is the NCLEX RN examination review done by Saunders. Great book. If you see, all this blue section is for fundamentals. And I would just do question after question after question after question. For every section I was in, I would do all the questions from both of those books and from the adaptive quizzing and read the rationales. If you get something wrong, the rationales. If you get it right, read the rationales. You need to know why the answer is the answer. One thing that they find really important in fundamentals is delegation, what you can and cannot delegate to someone, and also prioritization. So know your ABCs, airway, breathing, and circulation. Know your Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Things like that are very helpful and you really need to have a good understanding of. The thing I learned from studying through the textbook was that things I thought were important weren't necessarily as important when it came to the test. So first test, I got really bogged down in trying to learn everything about what I thought an important subject was. They wanted a good amount of knowledge about the whole chapter and not just a lot on specific things that you think are important. That's why the test questions can be helpful, because they kind of get you away from really studying, pinpointing it down on things that you deem as necessary. A third tip is to get in study groups. We didn't do study groups enough, I don't think, in Foundations. We did a few, and then we did a huge study group with like 8 people for from 9 to 5 the day before one of our finals, and it was so helpful. I really cannot stress the importance of getting with other people and going over things together. That's one thing going forward as a class. We're planning on doing, at least the people from the study group, getting together more, hopefully once a week, because that was so helpful. All right, I've given you about all I can, and I really hope that you found these tips helpful, and good luck.